Hello and welcome back to this video lecture. So in the last video lecture, we just implemented a simple concept of buying some items from a market using a procedural approach. So now in the object-oriented approach, let's see some couple of definitions first. Okay, so now we know that what are the class is. So class is just combination of data member and member functions together in one unit. So now in a previous example, we are having just some two data related to the fruits, that is fruit name and quantity, and then the name, vegetable name and quantity. Fine. Then I just have some couple of functions to buy fruit and buy vegetables, and here is the detail. So now let's declare the class uh, for fruits. Okay, let's take fruit, and this is the syntax of a class. Class is a keyword, then class name, then opening brace and closing brace, then you have to put a semicolon. Do not forget to put a semicolon over here. Now class is going to represent some object. So if I'm talking about the object, that is some real world entity which occupies some space and having some property. Now class we use to classify the things. So here to classify the things, one is for the, I'm declaring two classes, class fruit and class vegetable. Now here I'm going to classify whatever the item I'm going to purchase. Fine. According to the properties like fruit and vegetable. Okay, so here is some spelling mistake. It should be LV. Fine, vegetable. So now I'm going to club some data and some function into the class. So I'm going to put each and everything related to the fruit in a fruit class, and all things related to vegetable in a vegetable class. I'm classifying my program. Right? Okay, so here is a fruit name and a fruit quantity. I'm going to cut it from the main and I'm going to paste it inside the fruit. Right? Okay, and the corresponding member function, the corresponding functions. So buy fruit, this is a function. Okay, control X, and here I'm going to paste. Right. So this is my function. So now this is now the member function of a class fruit, by fruit. Similar operation I'm going to perform for the vegetable. So data member will go in a vegetable, and by vegetable this function would be now the member function of a class vegetable. Okay, so here are the function calls that will remain the same. No breakpoint is needed. Okay, so here I'm having a void detail. I'm going to copy this void detail and I'm going to paste it over here. Uh, let me format it. Okay, so I'm going to put only the detail for the fruits over here. Fine, I'm not going to display the vegetable detail in a fruit. Okay, I recently copied the same stuff. I'm going to paste it again over here. Uh, okay, so now I'm going to remove a fruit from here. Uh, okay, so this is a one member function. Okay, so now I'm having a two class. Excuse this. I'm having a two classes. One with the name fruit and second with the name of vegetable. And I'm going to remove this detail function from my program. So now this class, fruit class, having two data members. So these are my data members, fruit name and fruit quantity, and two member functions, buy fruit and details. And similarly, in a vegetable class, it's very similar to the fruit class. It's also possessing two data members and two member functions. Okay. So now if I'm going to, compile this program, so I will have an error. So now here, buy fruit, it means I'm going to make a call to an independent function. So now there is no function with the name buy fruit. Yes, there is this member function buy fruit in a class fruit. So as your class is a user defined data type, actually it's a data type. So just like okay, sorry, okay, okay, just like you have declared some integer over here like int vegetable quantity. So int is a data type and you have created a variable for it. So similarly, this is your data type. So now instead of int char, I'm using a fruit as my data type. So let's write fruit over here and create a variable for this. Let's create a variable a. So let's take a o, fo, fruit object. Okay. So now look, if I were to call this by fruit, fine, by fruit. So I have to call that member function with the help of object, means a variable of a class. You can say fo dot by fruit. Okay, for a time being, I'm just making these two lines as a command. So let's execute this and see that what will happen. So it says that fruit name was not declared in the scope, though you have called this member function. But look, in a class, there are access specifiers. By default, whatever you're going to declare or define inside the class, that is treated as a private. So this is a restricted access. So now if I want to access anything outside the class, so I have to use access specifier that is public. Right? So public, as I'm going to use, I'm going to call this member function from a main. Main is outside the class, means outside the class means outside this block, right? So now usually we are going to declare data members in a private declaration and member functions in a public declaration. Fine. Okay. So here I have declared that by fruit in a public. So now let's execute this, and again it says that okay. So now I have declared all the variable names inside the class. Fine. So class fruit name and fruit quantity. So no need to give any argument over here, and again no argument should be required over here. Uh, by fruit and the fruit name. Now I have clubbed the both of the things, member function and data member, in a one unit. Fine. So even I have to add it this. Fine. uh, brought fruit name, fruit quantity. Okay, fine. Similarly for this class, I'm going to remove this stuff. Okay, no need to pass anything, because whenever you're declaring this fo object, you have declared an object of a class fruit. Whenever you're declaring an object, a memory allocated corresponding to your the data member you have declared with that class. So now these two things, fruit name with the array, and the fruit quantity, the integer, these two are uh, the memory corresponding to these two data member are assigned to the FO. So with the FO, it is representing some memory, and there is a method or a member function which is used to assess that data members. Fine. Okay, so now let's compile our program to see if there is any error. Okay, so fine, it's fine. So now I have declared one object of a class fruit, and I called a by fruit method with it. Fine. Okay, so I'm having one more member function, uh, fo dot. Now you can see this intelligent help will give you the whatever the member function you can assess, whatever inside the public area, that is going to be displayed over here. So let's call the detail. Still I'm using only one class, though I have declared the two classes. Okay, let's execute this. So I've created an object of a fruit class. So according to this, it's supposed to display this, enter the fruit name and a quantity. Fruit name, quantity, fruit, fo dot by fruit. So what this? Okay, fine. Maybe something is required. Okay, enter the fruit name, apple, and 1 kg. So apple 1 kg. Right. So in this program I have just declared only fruit objects. So I can assess the data member using the member function for the fruit object. So now let's declare a object of a vegetable class. So here the second thing, that is vegetable. So here is a vegetable fv. Fv would be my object. Okay. Fruit object fv fv dot. Still, I can't access those member function because I hadn't declared them in a public access specifier. So under this vegetable, so I'm going to write public colon. So this is the syntax, public colon. So now everything you're declaring below it, that would be public. You can access it from the main. So if I'm going to put dot over here, so you can say both are available. By vegetables fv dot details. Okay, now no need for these two lines, not even a comment. So now let's execute our program. Okay, enter the fruit name and the quantity. So it's apple 2 kg. Okay, so it hadn't done anything with. Okay, so it is, you brought a fruit. Okay, enter the vegetable name and the quantity. Brinjal 1 kg. Fine. So brinjal 1 kg. Fine. Okay, so this is only specified details over here. So in a detail, I have missing that part. Fine. So that is the problem. Further move it. Fine. So in this manner, you can develop your program using the classes, using the object-oriented approach. So that was all about the basic of the classes. Right? Okay, so now in the next video, we are going to learn more about the classes, and keep tuned and subscribe to my channel so that you can updated with all my latest video. Okay, thanks for watching.